Hello everybody and welcome to part 30 of Let's Make an RPG tutorial. Before we start, we need to fix two small things I missed during previous tutorials. During part 9, Yunbin Ken has noticed that we are missing SDL init, which is true. I accidentally deleted that about 20 parts ago, so actually exactly 20 parts ago. So this is actually a problem, and I didn't notice it completely. So to fix that, it's not giving us an error because I'm assuming that when you're not specifying what you are initializing in SDL, it automatically initializes everything, and all we want is video. So what you're gonna do is go to CSDL setup class, and in the constructor just write SDL init and do SDL underscore init underscore video, and that's all you have to do, and it's still going to work like always. Yep. And the other thing we need to fix is in our 3 class in 3CP, we are not deleting crown. We do delete the trunk, but we are not deleting the crown. I did notice that error while I was editing last video. So this is fixed now. And there probably are more things I missed, but so far those things we've spotted. This would give you a memory leak if you would constantly create and delete trees. So that's quite an important one. This one is not as important, but it's still important. Alright, so now we can move to doing the level setup. So this is where we left off. You can walk around, and when you press key 1, you spawn a tree. And the last tutorial said once you quit and you start the game again, you want the trees to be there. So basically you'll be able to create like your own level, and then save it and quit, and then you can play the level with those trees without actually just placing them manually. The way we're gonna do it is first we have to tell the program when we are creating levels and when we are playing the game, because we don't want someone just to join the game and suddenly they're placing trees. So what we're gonna do is have I think we should move, instead of pressing 1, you should press F1, because it makes more sense to press F1, since we can use F keys to do our level creation. Then also what we're gonna do is we're gonna have a boolean that tells you if you are creating levels or not. So we can do like mode. Oh, actually, no. Let's not make it boolean. Make it an integer and call it mode. And then we can have enum and name it mode type. We probably shouldn't use enum for this, but I think it should be, because just in case in future we're gonna have more modes than just level creation and gameplay, this would be really useful. So what we're gonna do is just say gameplay, comma, level creation, and that's all you have to do. So there are 2 mode types, gameplay mode and level creation mode. Game mode will be set to 0, and this one will be set to 1 automatically. If I create another variable like this, inside the mode type, it will be 3. I mean 2, because 0, 1, and 2. But we're gonna have just 2 for now, but in the future we might have another mode. I'm not sure what else, but... So we have mode, and then inside here, what we're going to do is mode equals gameplay. So now we're in gameplay mode. If I do level creation, you'll be in level creation mode, and that's gameplay. But this is basically setting mode to 0. So we're going to set it to 0. So, but for now, first we need to change so you toggle between those modes when you press a key. So what we're going to do, if you press F12, you're going to go to the level creation mode, and if you press F12 again, you're going to go back to gameplay mode. Okay, so what we're going to do is not allow you to press any F keys besides the F12 when you're not in creation mode, because we don't want the player to be able to place trees when they are playing the game, unless they want to, so they have to press F12, and then they have to press F1. So what we're gonna do is have if statement if mode is level creation, then you can do this. If you press Ctrl A and then Ctrl KF, it will format this nicely. Okay, so now you won't be able to press F1 unless you're in level creation mode. And then outside of this if statement, we can copy this. Actually, yeah, just copy all of it and paste it outside. And what we're gonna do is not place trees and make it F12. Okay, now what we're gonna do is inside this one, say if mode is level creation, mode is the mode equals to gameplay. Otherwise, if mode is gameplay, mode will be equal to level creation. So we basically toggle them. So now let's run it. Keep in mind you start with the gameplay mode, since we set that in the constructor. So when you press F1, you can't place anything. But now we're gonna press F2, F12 I mean, and now we can place trees with F1. For now, I think we should let player know in what kind of mode they are when they press the key. So let's just do SDC out level creation of SD and L. And we can just copy that inside here, and that's going to be on. Let's run it again. Okay, so now we only press F12, it's on, so we can place trees. Then we press again F12 and it's off, so we can't place trees until we press F12 again, until it's on. And we can toggle it. Alright, so now we can toggle level creation with F12. Now it's time to save the trees into a pile. Save the information of the trees into the file, so then we can grab them when the game starts. And the trees will be simply there. So what we're gonna do is we're not gonna save it each time you press F1, because then each time you press F1 it's gonna open the file, save it, and then close the file, and then it's gonna do the same thing again. It will be really stressful on the computer if you keep doing that, because the computer has to actually find the file, edit the information, and close it each time you press a key. So the best way to do it is place the trees and then you press one key to save all that information. So what we can do is have, for example, F keys on the left, so like F1, F2, F3, F4 for placing items. For now, only we can place trees, but in future we might do like I'm not sure. Like with F2 we place a rock or a house. I don't know yet, but and with the keys on the right, with the F keys on the right, which is like F9, F10, F11, F12, will be like a menu for us. For now, F12 is switching on and off between level creation, but I think with F11 we can do like saving. So if you press F11, it will save to a file all the tree information or any other information that we changed during the game. So yes, we can use it that way. Obviously, the better way of doing it is creating like a buttons, and when you press F12, you have like a menu which will you can then pick item you want to place and then click and place them there. But you know we're trying to create like really basic game, and with keys it's much easier and faster. So this is why I'm doing it that way. Now what we're gonna do is have another key, add another code for F11 key. So what we can do, actually, we can copy all of this. Actually, yes, all of that. You can copy this and actually paste it inside the level creation, because you want to only save this when you're in level creation mode. So we're gonna paste that. We can delete all of this. By the way, probably doing keys and switch statement would be much less code, but for now I'm gonna do it this way because it's faster. Since we already have the code, we can just copy and paste. So we can just change it to F11. And using keys that way for gameplay would be not good because we only have one boolean for checking. And each key should have its own boolean for that, because then you can't read the multiple keys. But for level creation, it's fine, because not like we're gonna press F11, F12, F12 or F2 like at the same time, so it's fine. Okay, so what we're gonna do now is, so we change this to F11, and let's create a function. Save to file. So this will save the level to a file, and we're gonna run this function and when you press F11. Now we can add this, for example, here. All right. Now this is saved. Now this will run this function,